So let's enter one of my favorite spots here in Los Angeles. It's Beverly Hills, and it's Beverly Hills, from my personal opinion, the best place to be. Because here it's a little bit like Europe, you know. People are in the street, and that's pretty crazy for America. I love walking, you know. I'm a European, so I walk everywhere. And when I'm here, I don't see people on the street. And here, you got people on the street, and that's quite cool. It's basically my favorite area. Here also the model agencies, and why I feel so much home here is because of all the fashion, you know. So much fashion, like Dolce & Gabbana, it's a little bit like Milano, it's a little bit like Paris, it's a little bit like London. So this is my favorite spot here. So now, where to live in Los Angeles? It's a big question, but for me, you know, LA is a big part, okay? It's quite huge. But in the end, it's always like in, I guess, most of the cities. Just a short story. Do you know why the best areas of a city is always in the west or in the south? Because the winds are mostly in the whole world to the east. So in each city where fabrics has been or pollution, you have all the pollution coming up into the east. So this is why most of the good areas are in the west and in the south of the cities. It's like here in LA, so this is what I love. So Beverly Hills is really my spot. You know, it's like Louis Vuitton and all the stuff I love from Europe. I also have my Versace glasses here for the first time in America. So, and yeah, why I love this spot the most is just because of the people. Because if you're in America, you know, you have empty streets and there's quite nothing. And here are so many people, the people walking around. You have wonderful cafes on the left and to the right, and sure, all of these stores. So if you ask me where to live in LA, I would say number one is Beverly Hills. For my opinion, it's the place to be. The people outside, it's a little bit like Europe, so I really like it. The second, I would say, what do you prefer? If you want to have some quiet, you should go to Bel Air. If you want the beach, you should go to Venice Beach. This area is super cool, and it's crazy. It's really crazy right there sometimes in the evening, but in a good way crazy. Like last night, we had somebody who was doing a firework. Then we had a cheeseburger day. Then we had a live band. So it's a very cool spot to live. And if you're in Bel Air, it's a living area. You have your house, you have your car. Maybe you know one of your neighbors, but that's it. So these are quite the best places for me, in my opinion. Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Venice Beach. And then sure, you have some other spots. If you really have your space and nobody should annoy you, then you could go up to Hidden Hills or to Malibu. It's about 30 minutes from the city. Also in the west, as I told you, the west and the south areas are always the best. Don't go to Central LA. It's very messy, you know, a lot of homeless people driving carts around from the supermarket. That's not cool. The south of LA is more like the black area. So tip, if you want a really good barbecue, go into the south of LA. And for living, even for, let's say, some bigger properties, I would prefer the X from Venice Beach, Beverly Hills, Bel Air. And if you really want a quiet time, Hidden Hills, this is also the spot where Michael Jackson lived, where Michael Jackson lived. Or you could go to Malibu, but Malibu is more like a living area, so it's not that city-like. It's really not that city-like. It's more like a house. You don't have this big beaches. Most is private. Sure, you have beaches, but yeah, I would prefer Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Venice Beach. This is my top 3 here in Los Angeles.